know, I'm a fan of a little 1984 movie known as Ghostbusters. A supernatural comedy about 3 scientists plus amazing employees who start a ghost-catching business to later saving the world from an evil ghost god, plus other spectral phenomena that span across films, cartoons, comics, etc. This franchise has been a part of my life for over 30 years, and I still love it. Fun fact, as a kid, I always wanted to be a Ghostbuster. I thought it was the most coolest thing ever. But, as an adult hit with reality, I was inspired instead to be creative, via props, arts, and videos. And just to get this out of the way, here are my quick thoughts on each branch of the franchise I can think of. A classic, an underrated classic, just okay, so good that it made me cry, no opinion until its release. Haven't seen it in full, but still good. Underratedly good, didn't have them all, but still really cool. No opinion due to lack of reading. A really fun read for a dork like me. Only ever played 2009's on Xbox, Wii, PlayStation 3, and remaster on 4. Another quick thing to say, Ghostbusters the video game is still fantastic. The storyline, gameplay, difficulty. I'm gonna smile and make a little counter of like how many times I've died. Ah! It was the closest thing to my childhood fantasy coming true. My only 2 complaints, missing out on the online multiplayer content you'll unlock, plus no character customization build for you to have a self-immersion fantasy. That's when the spirits were unleashed! Released in October of 2022 by gaming company 𝐏𝐀𝐓𝐑𝐄𝐎𝐍𝐒, available at the time on PlayStation 4, 5, Xbox, and Epic Games, Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed is a single/multiplayer action first-person shooter game where you can customize your own character and play with people online. 110, Game of the Year, nothing can beat that! For me at least. Since its release, I've played this game non-stop, most of the time solo playing, sometimes with online friends, until finally grinding to level 100. Yes, there's grinding in this game, mostly to unlock customizations, equipment, and ghosts, plus platinuming it and having me drift away, with the followed-up issue of having a few glitches, bugs, and errors that made it frustrating, yet fascinating to play. True story, I took up a side hustle, aka the side quest, called The Legend, in where I had to finish a few tasks, with sprinting for 2,500 meters being the last one, only to be glitched having an extra 0 in the completion bar, making it 25,000 meters. Now, I could have left the hustle, but I would just reset the completion bar. I could have waited for a patch to fix it, but I was too impatient to gain my prize. So, I decided to make like Forrest Gump and run with it. After God knows how long, I sprinted in that game until I finally completed the hustle, gaining my bomber jacket, which looks eerily similar to my main jacket that I usually wear for my show and just for my look in general, completing the look and the self-immersion. I ran the race gaining my prize, losing my sanity, but gaining bragging rights. Now, over time, 𝐏𝐀𝐓𝐑𝐄𝐎𝐍𝐒 has been patching the game, along with dropping new DLC over 2023, adding new ghosts, maps, cosmetics, graphic designs, the whole 9 yards. Heck, in October of 2023, they released the ultimate DLC, Ecto Edition, having all the new stuff and then some, being now available on Nintendo Switch and Steam, compatible to Steam Deck, which I also bought because of my obsession, along with testing for crossplay and compare the graphics and speed to my PlayStation. To answer your question, yes, there is crossplay for all systems right now, but you'll need to set up an Epic Game account to do so. FYI, you can play online without one, but you'll lose the ability of crossplay and can only play on your intended system. Back on crossplay, it does work. My only nitpick is for the PlayStation 4 and Switch players, that'll suffer from the slow loading time. Not fun, but it's better than having no connection. I haven't tested Steam yet for the crossplay, but I'll guesstimate that it'll be based on PC performance, so keep that in mind. With all that said, I'm going to highlight 2 things, along with some minor highlights, that I enjoy about this game. To start off with highlight 1, the gameplay. Like I said earlier, it's an action first-person shooter with asymmetrical gameplay. Think of Dead by Daylight, but your team's goal is ghost catching, while the ghost's goal is to stay alive, to survive, not get caught. To give a little more detail on the how, starting with the Ghostbusters, their goal is to catch the ghost using an assortment of gadgets and gizmos aplenty within the allotted time, or rather percentage, before the place is 100% haunted, either by catching it up to 3 times or getting rid of its 3 rifts. That could help summon an assisting enemy known as a drudge, careful of those, with a final capture to win. For the ghost, its goal is to haunt the location at 100% using its many various powers, with a selection of 10 ghost types with different abilities and forms, making it 28 ghosts to choose from to mess with the living impaired, to scare people away, possess an object, or expose its rift, summoning drudges haunting each room to increase the haunt meter while not getting caught to win.
And you know what? That ghost exposing its rift the most.
I didn't even say your name 3 times! What? Now, I gotta say, between the two, I personally love playing as the Buster, but I won't say I hate playing as the Ghost. It's a nice change-up I enjoy once in a while, especially when playing with online friends. And just to answer your question, you can play the Ghost single player as well. You'll be dealing with some bots, but the bots are kind of decisive. They're either gonna be good or bad at catching you, so player discretion is advised. Another thing I observed while playing, even though both are very different in playstyle, I do like how they have a similar mechanic of recharge after use that keeps the gameplay somewhat balanced. As far as I'm concerned, I enjoy the gameplay. Up next, customization! Sorry. Got a little excited there. I know I'm going a little hard on the sell, but this has been on my wish list for years, so forgive me for being a bit hyped about my dream come true. Now, I've played a few games with custom character builds, White Knight Chronicles being my personal favorite, and so far it does great with the options it has in whether you want to make your OC or real-life version of yourself to the best of your abilities. There's only one exception: there's no height change to be super tall or small. I have no idea why. All I know is that I'm just grateful for the customizations in general. What was added to the DLC, other than more accessories, outfits, and equipment customizations, nice, is the new features of loadouts and presets. What each of them are, starting with loadouts. Loadouts is where you can save up to 4 Ghostbuster equipment builds that you've made, switching them out before or during the job, as well as giving the NPC Ghostbusters you're with those builds to help you bust a ghost. Presets allow you access to your NPCs, enabling more character builds. With this knowledge, I wanted to test out what the NPCs' faces would look like when setting the scales to full 100 and 0 to each one. Meet Handsome and Hotshot. They're awesome once you get to know them, as well as being able to play as one of the NPCs, or even have a clone army of me. Hey, the final stages of the Xandrew virus! No, I'm just kidding. So yeah, in short, character customization is awesome. And now for my minor highlights. I love the Firehouse Hub world. The environmental interactions via firing range, fire pole, putting the trap away is fun. Having a mini hub ghost world is a nice surprise. Enjoyed finding the Easter eggs, love the dancing toaster, and I love the Halloween decor they do every October, keeping it festive. The maps are pretty fun and diverse, originally just having 5, from museum, cabin lodge, prison, brewery bar, and a ship, with the DLC including an abandoned hospital, courtroom, dance club, comedy, pizza place, 5 nights at Petey's, and a train station, with possibly more in the future. The story, though not super grand, I like. The new characters are just okay, wouldn't mind a little storyline or two dedicated to them. Love that Dan Aykroyd and Ernie Hudson reprise their roles. And, once again, DLC delivering more with an added fun boss fight, plus non-returnable map to Ghost World. Piece of advice, especially for this map, don't skip out on the mushrooms. Love the DLC updates. The menu graphics look much better than before, been enjoying the tenure feature that resets your level, plus giving you an outfit reward. And finally, love that you can change the ghost type and difficulty of your choosing, along with having a bounty game mode to play against, from easy to hard haunts, with high XP as rewards. Just been having a blast. This game is a dream come true. Of course I think it's great. This is my personal opinion, of course. I can understand that it's not everyone's cup of tea. The gameplay can be repetitive, it has its fair shares of games and glitches, the AI can be frustrating to work with, although I find it hilarious at times, but if you're someone who looks past those and enjoys those minor details just to make a character to zap and trap or unleash a hellish haunting, with a reasonable pricing of $20, or lower, I don't know the price change right now, and possible DLC with Frozen Empire coming out in theaters, I think you might enjoy this. Speaking of DLC, here are some impossible ones I know I'll never get. More outfit customizations, fedora, top hat, trench coat, fez, because they're cool. Next accessory option via necklaces, scarf, bow ties, also cool. And a third-person option setting or mode for the Ghostbusters, in the style of 2009's maybe? But yeah, probably never gonna happen, but still be fun if it would. Overall, by my personal love for this game, I give it the Super Gold Medal, but for the sake of clarity for the common gamer, this gets the Super Silver Medal with a recommendation of check it out if you want. Next time in 2024, my final thoughts on 𝐏𝐀𝐓𝐑𝐄𝐎𝐍𝑒 Sentai Zyuranger. So, look forward to it. But until then, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. May God continue to bless you, and just have a good day. Fun fact about me, I've always wanted to be a Ghostbuster. I thought it was the coolest thing ever. But, thanks burp, you ruined that take. I'd probably rate that as like a 4 out of 10. Probably a 3. They could be exposing themselves. And you don't want us exposing ourselves. That line's so stupid, I love it. Listen. You smell something? That's actually my favorite line. Anyway. And you know what that ghost exposing its rift the most? How the Sam Hill did he do that? And you know what that ghost exposing its rift the most? After all, it'll be the whole be dead thing again.